My name is Maggie.
And my name is Hope.
And welcome to Wake Up Wildcats. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, April 18th, 2023.
Happy terrific Tuesday, Wildcats. We know that you are excited to be here and that you are ready to go today.
We start off the broadcast with some Super Wildcat shout-outs. We have some award-winning Wildcats and some Students of the Month.
Here to tell us all about these super duper Wildcats, we have our awesome assistant principal, Miss Stevens.
Good morning, Miss Stevens. Tell us about these awesome and amazing Wildcats.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm here today with two special artistic friends. First off, I have Lucy Cates. Lucy Cates in 4th grade, and she has this amazing tag. You want to tell them about your tag, Lucy?
Yes. This is the Bougie Barn, and it is my horses, and then my dogs, and our cats, and just all like animals.
All right. Lucy's very talented. Her tag is amazing. Next up, we have our 5th grade Ariana Miller with her tag. You want us to tell us about your tag, too?
Yes, so this is my family with my animals, and this is me graduating as a 5th grader.
Sad times, huh? All right. Well, thank you, girls. Y'all go and have an awesome day today. If you see these girls on the sidewalk, please give them a high five and tell them that they've done a great job. Next up, I have to honor our Student of the Month. When the announcements are over, please meet us over in the cafeteria for your photo op for Student of the Month. First up, out of Miss Geiger's room, I have Grayson Montemero. Out of Miss Ott's room, I have Gage Brinkley. Out of Miss Phillips' room, I have Waylon Brookshire. Out of Miss Rhodes' room, I have Greer Goodson. Jackson Ledford from Miss Benefield. Nala Thomas from Miss Hunter. Aria Mercer from Miss Jones. Paisley Cheshire from Miss Jordan, Aaliyah Jackson from Miss Mixon, and Noah Love from Miss Musgrove. On to 1st grade, I have Sawyer Gilmer from Miss Ball, Zoe Hall from Miss Lynch, Bane Carfano from Miss Morris, Jada Santiago from Mrs. Morrison, Seth Ezel from Mrs. Napolitano, and Kayla Yates from Mrs. Nichols. On to 2nd grade, I have Zoe Rodriguez from Mrs. Cruz, Mia Parlotti from Mrs. Guyby, Maisie Reynes from Mrs. Jerome, Caroline Ellis from Mrs. Ledford, and Zoe Painter from Mrs. Moore. Also up, I have AJ Weedle from Mrs. Lane's class. On to 3rd grade, I have Eddie DeWoody from Mrs. Franey's class, Madison Bars from Miss Johnson, Cassidy Snowden from Miss K. Smith, Jimmy Wynn from Miss Sweet, and Noah Dixon from Miss Till. Out of 4th grade, I have Annabelle Davis out of Miss Brocky, Reagan Tran out of Mrs. Cheshire, Layla Alvey out of Mrs. Giddens, Callie Oliver Dees out of Mrs. Roberts, and Polly Talador from Mrs. Robinson. Last but not least, our 5th graders, Caroline Snowden out of Mrs. Perez, Michaela Witchard out of Mrs. Pollock, Dylan Rodriguez from Mrs. Rodriguez, Jackson Register from Mrs. Smith. And last, I have Natalia Grant from Mrs. Stevens. Thank you, Wildcats, for your amazing behavior. If I didn't call your name today, it's not too late. We have one last Student of the Month for next month. So please be on your best behavior so that you can shine for your teacher. Have an awesome day.
Thanks, Miss Stevens, and congratulations to the Students of the Month and to Lucy K. and Ariana Miller.
If you see these Wildcats on the sidewalk, please be sure to give them a wink and a high five.
Wildcats, don't forget that the chocolate fundraiser items are ready to be picked up.
You can pick them up in the West Side Wildcat Den, also known as the Multi-Purpose Room building, after school today and tomorrow.
Planner alert, Wildcats. Don't forget that we will have AR in the afternoon this Thursday from 3 to 5.
You can boost your AR points and your comprehension skills all at the same time.
And on Friday, we will have $1 hat day and all pro dads.
And All Pro Dads will be in the Wildcat Den at 7 a.m. on Friday, and don't forget your dollar and your hat.
Chef Wildcat and Cece, what delicious lunch are you cooking up for us today over in the sweet shop?
Chef.
Yes, Cece?
Are you ready for Teaching Tuesday?
Yes, but I will be cooking lunch for the Wildcats.
Speaking of cooking, what's for lunch today?
We are having beefy nachos, strawberry, peanut butter and jelly plate, yogurt dipper plate with string cheese, turkey stacker combo, seasoned baked beans, side salad, fresh fruit of the day, and your choice of milk.
That sounds squawkalicious. Squawk!
Thanks, Chef and Cece. That sounds delicious.
And now, please stand for the pledge and remain standing for a moment of silence.
Attention, salute, pledge. That's it for today, and don't forget to win the day, Wildcats, and tune in tomorrow for another awesome episode of Wake Up, Wildcats. It's a great day to be a Wildcat.
Where else would you want to be?